Hey everybody, I'm back again working on Allen Sheath. Coming over into the little cave corner. Once again, sorry about the terrible lighting that I have in here, you guys. I need to make my way out to buy a better lamp, but starting to sketch out the ideas. You can see that I've taken the edging tool around a little bit of this leather and cleaned up the corners just a little bit. I still got to stain all that in, but this project's going to be stacked together pretty decent, so a little bit at a time. But you can kind of see I'm mapping out just a real rough draft of the shape of the sheath in comparison to the sketch that I had made. So I thought I was going to have to add a lot more to the bottom of the sheath than I wound up doing, so I was able to get the skulls pretty much going to fit, and then I'll still be able to get the fire steel holder in, and where the original D-ring was going to be up here for the chest carry to where the blade would be upside down. Allen's left-handed, so I got the D-ring up on this side for hooking it up to a shoulder rig, but I'm just going to loop that over and put it on the top of this pouch, wrapped around to the bottom layer, and then I'm going to stitch right through with some of that heavy duty string that I got for this. So this is just the rough stages, Allen. I'm getting ready to start to cut out these stacks, man. I'll try to save you guys the horror of seeing over and over again just each individual little stack. So I'm going to kind of get everything cut out, have a pile of pieces, and then start putting this together. I'm sorry, Allen, that this is taking so long, brother. I've had some series of events at work that's kind of keeping me there a little bit more than need to be, so some of the time that I thought that I was going to be having is actually dwindling away pretty bad. But brother, my word's good. I swear to you, man, every second I get I'm working on this. So tonight I got about I got a good day today, so it's only 5 o'clock or so, a little bit after 5, actually it's almost 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna work on this thing all day, man, till into the night, and hopefully I can have this posted for you. So here it comes, you know, and starting to map out this shape of everything. Got a couple pieces of this still drying underneath the marble over there, so we'll be putting the second stack on here momentarily. Okay, so I got a couple stacks of leather glued together with the weld in. Everything's just still real rough. This is just one of the steps, but this is for the left hand carry. So got the welt and everything in, overall shape and design of that so far. So it's just taking a minute. That Gorilla Glue takes around 45 minutes to an hour to dry, so this was actually 3 different layers, so I didn't anticipate one of those layers. So I'm still piecing this together, you guys. I'm just winging it. I'll be back. Okay, everybody, sorry if you hear a battle in the background. Angie's kicking butt at our video game with her friends again, but what I'm working on now is the D-ring, similar to the K-bar sheath that I did. I'm getting the little D-ring with the attachment point going to be on the back side of this sheath, and once again the stitch run's going to fall inside the sheath. So I'm going to get this thing finished up, and then I have to make a small riser out of another extra piece of leather just to bring it off the back side just about almost another 1/8 of an inch or so, so that way when the knife is inserted into the sheath, it's not going to cut on that front panel. So I know that sounds like a mouthful. If you watched the K-bar sheath build, you know what I'm talking about. Once again, I'm no professional at this, you guys. I'm totally just winging this stuff, but like I said, I got this part going. It's going to take a minute for this to glue up, then I'm going to get all this done. I'm going to finish it with the stain and everything. That way when I stitch it into this, I don't have to worry about getting my stitches dirty when I'm on the final staining. So adding pieces still, so keep an eye on me. Okay folks, I'm back after getting my bearings on this project and kind of starting to get ready to do my next set of tooling on the front cover. But I've taken that sketch that I had earlier and kind of cut it out to get a little bit more dimensions of how this thing is going to be shaped once I get closer to finishing it, because this project isn't going to be quite this wide. You can see with these lines that I've marked, I've kind of mapped out a couple spots here and there that I'm going to trim out. Alan, I know originally I was going to be doing a bigger skull on this bottom part, but brother, this thing's so damn heavy, man. I'm not trying to throw your hip out of socket when you're carrying this thing, so I'm going to be downsizing this sheath a little bit just to kind of cut a little weight off, and thus is making the tooling pattern a little bit smaller. But I've drawn a new one that I think can fit. It's going to still have the leaves with the little skull similar to the one on top, but this one doesn't have the lower jaw. So the woods one is going to be fitting in like that. So here in a minute I'm going to start disassembling this thing and tool this up while this is still drying, and then I'm going to finish this up, stitch it in while this is drying, and hopefully by tomorrow I can glue this on here with the pattern and get this on, trim everything up. I know this sounds random, you guys, but I'm at my wit's end on this one. This is a big old nasty sheath, and I gotta get her done for my buddy. So everybody stick with me, and I'll be back with some more stuff that isn't so bumbling. Alright, Alan, we got your second skull starting tooled up here in a second, man. Getting her cut her in. Alright, so we got the skull starting to get cut in. Man, this lighting is terrible. Here's this, and then we'll get it tooled up, and I'll try to get an up close picture of it once it's done. Okay, so I'm done tooling the skull now, and this is what the second one wound up looking like. Pre-stain. And there's that one. There we go, finally in the frame. And then the other one. So that's that, you guys. I've been working on this for the better part of today, and now it's time to take a break. So when I get off work tomorrow, I'll be back at this, Alan, getting everything squared away and getting more things glued together. On this particular sheath, man, once I get everything glued together, all of it's getting stained, drilled, and stitched all at once. So I'm trying to save myself a little time. But brother, I really hope you like the design. Taking note, you know, this sheath's going to be trimmed down with the fire steel hookup right over here, and then a D-ring down here, and I'm trimming off some of this side and some of these angles. So this isn't going to be such a wide sheath, so it won't look like there's so much void on each side. So everybody, thank you very much for clicking the play button. I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate all the support. If you got any comments, comment. If you like. If you want to subscribe. I'll try to keep you viewing. So as I always say, love you guys, and do something fun today.